what y'all heard. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. You hear it too? See, y'all got down there. You don't look up here. Ugh. Oopsie, I think that was me on the couch. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Something to Bark About. Oh, Ninja. Welcome. Wheel Worker. Welcome. Glad y'all found me. Well, I just figured out that y'all know I'm trying to do this restream on my phone, so I got my pictures and all that's easier. I don't know if I got the camera set right. I watched some of my videos and I'm just not holding the camera right. So y'all forgive me. Y'all know I'm old girl learning new tricks but can y'all hear me and see me okay? Because at the last second I did a screen change and uh Bendigo's trying to help me talk, y'all. Anyway, can y'all hear me and see me okay? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It is hot here in South Arkansas. Oh, now, oops, it's got to get in on it. When they hear that song, it's the funniest thing they know. And they all, I moved over on my other couch and they're all wanting up here. Kelsey, do you want down? Come here, Kelsey, you want down. You can't jump. Yeah. Kelsey had knee surgery back in January. Yeah, it was first of the year. So I don't want her jumping off of no couch. You better get over here if you're going to be in the show. Bandy is getting all the attention. Here's the queen of the house. Say, I went with Mama to get a haircut and I had it cut very short, if y'all could tell. And the reasoning was I usually get a haircut every 3 weeks because I'm like a chia pet. My hair grows fast. And not knowing when I could go back with my surgery coming up. And I was like, cut it short. And she did. So shout out to Gail. I love you. And Kelsey goes with me. She loves to go see her Aunt Gail. And she'll sit under the apron while Gail's cutting my hair. And and the others knew when I was getting ready to go. I said, I'm going to see Aunt Gail, and none of them moved. Kelsey was like, okay, Mom, let's go. So I thought that was sweet. My favorite boomer. Well, thank you, Ninja. I appreciate that. Let me figure out how I can show these. Bandy, I can talk on the. You got this thing about me talking or singing. Kelsey, you don't get on the table. That is not a good deal. They want my Mountain Dew. What are you trying to get off the table? I see nothing, but I see way for you to fall if you don't quit. You want down? I'll set you down. She thinks she sees something. Yeah, it's short. She definitely cut it short, but going to the dog show in a couple of weeks. And then that Monday, I think there's a week. And then that Monday on the 3rd is when I have my surgery. So I was like, you know, and she's such a good friend that if I'm not able to go to her place, she would come cut my hair here. We've been good friends for 30 years. So, well, what's good in the world? Anybody know something good to share? Quill says, uh, I missed it there. There we go. Um, your aunt keeps her hair shorter for convenience. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I always kept mine short being a dog groomer because never turns out that, I wouldn't be soaking wet and having, sorry about that, that messed my phone up. Um, but I mean, I'd grown dogs, and especially back in the day when you had dogs coming in with fleas and ticks and that kind of stuff. And I'd just feel fleas all in my hair. So I'd lean over my tub. The noise in the background, that's just Kelsey. She's over here on the pee pad for some reason. Oh, I got to turn it this way. See how I got to learn a lot. But she's just doing an inverted sneeze. I can't tell if y'all can see her or not. I don't know. I got to learn how to hold the camera, where to put it, where I'm supposed to be. But her and the baby are wrestling over there. So, you like the wiggle butt this morning, Quill? She is like that every morning. And if you walk in the bedroom or standing beside the bed, Cotton's doing the wiggle. And I was up listening to Shizzy and Venom this morning, and it just was too cute. And so I started recording, and then I'm like, oh, Shizzy and them's voices in the background. And I apologized, and he said, uh, he saw it and he's like, no, no apologies. So I know he's a dog person. I've never asked him what type of dogs he has or never seen them, but I know he's a dog lover. So, all right, let's see. Um, Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. Welcome. It's good to see you. Uh, did y'all get notices? I'm hoping because, it's why I played my whole song. Y'all don't, it's just crazy to me because I have done everything to try to get my Paul Voss song playing before I start the show. And just now sitting here, I've clicked on it 1,000 times and it's like not there. And I was like, Lord, make this play. And boom, there it was. So I just went with it to open. I don't know if it'll do it again on my phone, but y'all know me pushing buttons. That's a bad thing. And I heard them talking about buttons. I don't remember. I think that was Shizzy, or maybe it was Jay Jay Bean. I'm trying to think. Can't remember right now. Jay was talking about some buttons, and anyway, welcome, Cheryl. Let's see what Quill Walker says. Um, I get tickled by all the cuteness. Thank you. Uh, Cheryl says I had a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix who passed away in October. Now I'm stuck with three moody cats. Oh, I'm so sorry about you losing your baby. And yeah, I know cats. I had two that both lived over 20, and that they were the weirdest things. My cat Zoom Zoom would help me in obedience classes, and it was so hysterical because she would get up on a shelf or something and watch all the people and dogs come in. And we're when I get to the point with what they need to work on for the next week, here comes Zoom Zoom with my Jack Russell. And she would heel, she would sit every time. She would do a sit stay if I left Susie Q. It was just, and I would really rag it on. Uh, like, yeah, I'm a good trainer here. I can get cats doing this, knowing full well if Zoom Zoom decided she was done, then she was done. But it was so much fun. I love that cat. Oh, let's see. Keep trying to figure out. Yeah, that's the thing. I did, I'm gonna keep trying and learning, and I love watching the other creators. I would love to be able to, even like Travis, get him on the live, or somebody that could say, oh, well, I know Mr. Cook uses Restream, and he's one I'd love to talk to. Ninja said I didn't get a notification, but I did stumble across your upcoming video on my subscriptions. Good. Well, and I did go and, well, it's supposed to share on my desktop. It goes to Rumble, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. There's 5 channels that it goes to. But on my phone so far, I've only figured out how to put it on YouTube and Facebook. So, like I said, y'all know I'm the old dog learning new tricks. Cheryl said, I didn't, I think that was Ninja's comment. Y'all, I apologize when you have the phone like this. I mean, it's like tiny on the screen. I need to read it before I show it, I guess. So let's see if it comes back like that. He was my first and only. Took him in after my neighbor couldn't care for him. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Ninja said um, Cheryl had one of those as well. She was most loving baby. Yeah, I don't find many that. Oh, Quill Worker says they got a notification. So cool. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just trying. So, Kelsey, what are you doing over there? You trying to get into something? They're just like kids. If they get quiet or you're not seeing them right exactly what they're doing. Oops, has decided my legs need to be cleaned, and I got a band to go. Let's see if I can figure out how to show y'all. Oops, a band to go, and goodness, laying here. How was that? Did y'all see him? I need to learn where to hold this. You'll see in my videos, I'm like doing my neck up, turkey neck, and I ain't figured out how to just make it look comfortable like everybody else does. Come here. Kelsey's decided she wants back up here. And now she's changing her mind. We ain't playing that game. Nope, nope, nope. You to put your 2 feet right there and wait for me to reach for you. There you go. Let me get a hold. There you go. Now we got Kelsey back. She was trying to play the trick of touch my leg, and when I reach for her, run away. You and Oopsie don't be getting into it. It's my 2 grandams, and sometimes they're a little challenging of the prime real estate's what I call it. Let's see. You- Uh, Ninja said same with me. My little girl's daddy passed, and because she was so handicapped and disfigured, no one wanted her. I got a friend right now that's got a handicapped chihuahua. Both of the uh, I don't remember. I think it's one of her front legs is uh, not formed correctly, but she goes everywhere this friend of mine goes, and happy, and gets a lot of loving. And I've been with her several times when we all get a bed and breakfast house or whatever you call B&B. We've done that a couple of times and had a lot of fun. And that dog's always with her. And now she would eat you if you tried to touch her. She loves her mama, and that's it. But when she's running around in the house with all the other dogs, she's keeping her on all like, don't you get near me. But she moves really good with I'd say 3 legs and kind of a nub of her fourth leg. Quill said all of my dogs were rescues except my German Shepherd. I drove down to Kentucky to trade 12 cases of Fargo, Fago, Rock and Rye. All right. Put that in, uh, let's see. Quill, explain what you traded for the dog. I don't know what that is. I mean, is it like a case of moonshine or is it something? I don't know what that is. So let us know. Um, yeah, I've made some deals over the years, and I've also maybe, I guess, probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, but there has been a couple of dogs that wasn't getting cared for, and after warning and warning, those dogs were going to somebody that would care for them. So it doesn't bother me because if I see a dog in need, I'm gonna do everything I can to help it. Let's go on and see. If you can get a tall tripod, it'll help a lot. Okay, well, this one expands quite a ways from me. But like if I'm sitting back, just relaxing, is that still good? And because I can't see the comments from here, but this is way more comfortable. Uh, but thank you, Quill. I actually ordered one of those tripods that it goes up, way up, and it will follow you. And I've tried it out a little bit, but I hadn't figured it out yet. So, Ninja said, darling, it has a lot to do with YouTube, not necessarily anything you're doing or not. Yeah, and I've seen that, um, hitting the 1K. Big thanks to Tug again for throwing my name out there. But and I was pretty proud. Started with 33 subs in December, and by July 5th, hit the 1K. But it was like at 1.9. I don't know, Sunday afternoon. I looked at the numbers, and then the next time I looked, it was 1.1. And I'm like, okay, did that mean people come on here and say, nope, not my cup of tea? Uh, yeah, this has a phone mount. This one, I'm trying to show y'all's messages. I've tried to learn, like I was watching somebody and they were responding to what somebody put in the chat, but it didn't make sense because chat didn't know what they were responding to. So I try to remember to put the comment up so everybody can see what I'm talking about. So that is soda. Okay, gotcha. Hey, Mercedes, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna have to look. Um, oh, come on, this thing's simple. That's everybody saying hi to Mercedes. You look just fine. Well, thank you, Quill. I appreciate that. Um, it's been fun. I really enjoyed. It's like I've made 1,000K friends in the last 6 months. That just feels good, and to be able to talk about dogs and stuff. I'm sure some of you saw my picture of Cost a Lot this morning, and it is definite that he's going to be a long coat. I see that now, and my Chihuahua friends know that I'm not I like smooth coats. It just I think it's from being a groomer all the years, and the word long kind of freaks me out. So, and I've had some beautiful no nos, three long coats got their championships and did a lot of winning. So, anyway, but this puppy is so fat. He'll be 3 weeks old Friday. And I think he's going to get like 6 weeks before he can even walk, because he's just his belly is so big. And I'm like, boy, we're going to have to cut that milk bar off. All right, Mercedes, thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you saying hi to Ninja. I mean, we got in here. We got five. Wow. Wow. I've told y'all for a while I want to get some of my dog people to do a show with me. And the way the first time went with me and Shannon, that was a boomer video. That's all I can say. I was the boomer that, 5 minutes before going live, I can see her on screen, but it just went crazy. So with just saying we're gonna do this one way or the other, I ended up holding my phone, recording her on the computer. We could hear her, and it was just. And I've watched that back, going, "You got a lot of stuff to learn," But hey, that's what I'm doing this for: is have fun and just any joy in the day. Yeah, Quill, he is a butterball. I mean, uh, that's funny. Ninja said should have named him Goodyear after the blimp. Yeah, I mean he Nono had enough milk definitely for two or three more puppies, but hey, gotta love me, Logan. You got your dog Boo with you. Welcome, 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 all the way from Canada. And I learned Monday that you're a female, so I quit calling you he. I was sorry about that. I said that a lot of times when I go somewhere, I get called sir, and I'll be like, nope, it's ma'am. What do you want? I don't want your kisses at the moment. We're talking to them. Look at the camera, Kelsey. Look at the camera. Can you wait for them? Huh? You gonna look at the camera? No. All right. Here comes the band to go. Still getting in the prime real estate again. Oh, let me say. Um, yeah, these babies are my life. What are you doing? Believe she's got this one. I'm telling you, if there's something that she can get into, why is your neck wet? You got a wet neck. Wow. Like I said, believe she. We are always finding something Believe has gotten into her doing. And it reminds me every morning she wants to, when I'm going in and out to take dogs in, uh, she will go in the kitchen and wait for me to come back through. And then she runs in the living room, and it reminds me of like Timmy and Lassie. Y'all remember how Lassie would run get Timmy when something was wrong, and only mostly boomers is gonna know who Lassie and Timmy is. But every morning with every dog that comes in, I come back, and she greets me at the kitchen door and runs as hard as she can, like, come on, mama. And one thing is I feed them in the mornings, but I've cut back on her because she was getting too big. So she don't get no breakfast, she gets supper. And now she's biting me. And I still don't know what kind of water you have on you. What's Kelsey gonna do to you? Oh, don't be growling. You ain't even a year old. You gotta grow into that being able to growl at somebody. Yeah, we don't do that around here. No. We want woof and love. That's what we want. We want woof and love, like the song said. Thank you, Quill. Boo is watching the puppies. Yeah. Um, that's sweet, Quill. I appreciate that. You remember Lassie? Well, I was thinking about Logan, and she told me that I think she's fixing to turn 8, I believe, if my memory serves me right. So I wanted, um, I don't, unless that you watch all the old shows any day of the week usually, but um, a lot, I would be hard to 7 or 8 year old would know who Lassie is. Um, Quill says they remember Lassie. Mercedes, be a hero. Hit the like button. Thank you. Hey, I finally got that. I see that on all these other ones, and I'm like, and to be honest with y'all, just getting into doing this, I had no clue what a moderator it was, and thankfully, uh, a couple of times I just went live straight in, not through another system or whatever. And like one, I got like 30 people watching, and I was like, whoa, where'd this come from? But I was getting comments that wasn't cool. So um I just I've learned what a moderator is. And then with all the stuff going on with that lady that's been mad at the moderator lady, I was like, Lord, y'all, there's enough in this world that's going on, and we should all just be like these puppies and not let nothing bother us. Huh, Oopsie. You want to tell them what you did this morning? Oops, you want to own up to it? She loves to get past me going out in the big room, and she goes straight down to the daycare dogs, checking every pen. And I have a cat boarding with me, uh, and Oops had reached through the fence or the cat kennel thing she's in. It's a big 3 foot thing by 5 foot. Anyway, Oops was under the sheet because we put a sheet around her just because it's a cat and don't want all the barking. And Oopsie done stuck her foot in there and turned the bowl over and was just going to town. So I was like, nope, you've had all you can eat, Books, and way more than you're supposed to. Let's see, gotta love me. Said, your mom told you who Lassie was. Cool, cool. Do y'all think this is better? Um, Using my phone than it is using my desktop. The biggest reason I've wanted to use the phone is because it is easier to find like a photo for a thumbnail or something that I'm still learning how to get all my current pictures on my desktop. I have all these, this phone has thousands of pictures, probably going back 5 years at least. So let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to hit you with my elbow. Mandy, you don't need to be in my face. They get in holding time about 3:15 to 3:30 every day, and that's them getting in their little crates and waiting to be fed. And it's just funny. This one starts this. It is 4 minutes till 3 p.m. And every day, Abednego is like, Mama, it's almost holding time, Mama. You look at the clock. Mama, it's so funny how they can tell time. Uh, okay, that works fine with the phone. Awesome. I missed that comment. Yeah, with the power going out the other day, that was wild. And it got even wilder. Uh, I didn't realize I was still alive. So thankfully, I didn't get, it disturbed me because I have been, our electricity's been going on and off. And sometimes out. And I said, this is ridiculous with these huge, huge oversized trucks. And the state sends them the route that they can go. But they had four bucket trucks pushing up the wires. And they've done that so much that it's like a short in them or something. And when I got up, I saw my neighbor across the highway hollered, and a lady with her baby next door, like a 4 month old baby, hollering. And I'm like, this has got stopped. And but the bad part was they fixed it, our power came back on in about 45 minutes. But then all these trucks are out there, and we didn't know what they were doing. We could see them on camera across the highway. Well, they were going to put in a taller pole. So Darla was all excited for the World Cup. I'm not a soccer fan or whatever, really, but she was just all excited. Well, like 2 minutes, and she'd cooked hamburgers and had just put the fries in the grease. And I heard the fries, hit the grease. And I mean, bam, electricity went out. And oh my gosh, thank goodness for 5G, because I was able to get my iPad and on 5G pull up the game so she could watch it. And I have one of the big iPads, but and it was like 3 hours later before the power finally came back on. So, Mercedes, you left us. I'm sorry I missed that. Um, I'm sorry. I got more messages and I'm missing them. Wow. Okay, Mercedes, I see that. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. David, welcome. We're glad you're here. Uh, the clock behind me, that is almost 3 p.m. Central here. Um, and Quill's saying bye to Mercedes. Let's see. Yeah, those trucks. I mean, I had already talked to the power company, and when I was talking about doing an order, then I was like, wait a minute, that means in turning off electricity. And they did put up a taller pole and raise some wires up, but the old pole still is there with way low hanging. I mean, no way a oversized load can go through there. And that comes across the highway to me, and it goes back to the brick house across from me. So we're not fixed yet. I just hope they have a fix and do it quick if they have to turn their power off. That's just no fun. Gotta love me, Sid. That's Logan's. We had a power out July 1st, 6:30 to 2 a.m. And mommy sat in a car with dogs to keep them cool. Yeah. I mean, it's no fun. And hey, Cheryl, welcome. I don't think I already said hi. Y'all forgive me if I say something twice. Logan says Boo was so hot her mouth started to foam. Uh-oh. Mommy was afraid she's going to have a seizure, so she carried her to the car. Probably a very good idea. I mean, it's no joke. And, they all they've talked about is the heat going through. And, living in Arkansas, we know in July and August it's going to be hot. And the humidity is what kills you. I mean, you just feel like you're sticky. Old Southern gal, welcome to something to bark about. I don't remember seeing your um, name before, but that's awesome. Welcome. You said buy a US memory that will plug into your phone. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's see, what did you say? Me, I'm going through the same thing here, new and bigger poles, and like they're in and out. Yeah, I mean it's no fun. Uh, I was the words on the clock. Let's see. I have to turn around, David. I have no clue. that clock's been here for years. 20, it says 24 hours welcome. I don't know if y'all can see it like that, but it's just an old clock. Let's see. You can get a used flash drive that plug into your phone and move your pics easily to the computer. Well, thank you, Southern Girl. I'm trying to learn these tricks so I can figure out how to do this stuff better. Cheryl, you leaving? Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, there's always something to bark about. So, but I thank you for joining in with us. Your daddy says hi. Hi to your dad. I love that you get to tune in. I told you the other day I wished you lived closer so you could come help me with some of these dogs around here. But understand. In fact, at the National last year, I met these ladies that were from Canada. And let me think about it for a minute. Um, One, they gave me, I think it was $5 bill or something, but it was some money from Canada in a bill form, and that was sweet. And then, thank you, Quill. Um, but I can't remember. But this one lady's sister did a song that everybody know. I'm gonna have to go back and find this because I was just blown away that this woman was her sister. And it's just like, oh wow, meeting somebody that, I mean, her sister was famous. Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all coming in. We've been on here past 30 minutes, and I try to do a short live and just get them in. I appreciate it if y'all tell people and share, like, and all that good stuff. Um, I understand. I'm not sure what watch hours mean, but I understand with YouTube's rules, I got to get 4,000 watch hours. So I appreciate everybody that goes through the videos, and I heard somebody say that it's better to watch the lives and comment and like them over the short. So I don't know what it is, and really, I don't care about the numbers. I mean, yes, it would be wonderful to get monetized, and if my kennel's got dogs and I got some income, and then these doggy daycare babies. But like at Memorial Day weekend, we had 3 dogs, and I was like, "What's the deal?" And two of the dogs was owned by the same owner, so really two people uh, brought their dogs. Why are you snoring? You're snoring, Nipsey. But anyway, we had uh I just said, Lord, I need to fill my kennel up. This won't help paying the bills. And Darla had went fishing with Doc Betty, our retired vet, and they go fishing in Mississippi. And so at first I was like, well, I'm gonna have to take care of all these dogs by myself. But I ended up with 3. Uh, Bye, David. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining us. Um, but the next week I had 19 boarders. So I was like, yeah, when you ask for something, thank you, Quill. I appreciate that. Um, like I said, I'm learned something every day I've tried this, and it's just fun. I mean, I love meeting the people. Feel like I've made new friends. I think a ninja puppy and in Florida and the heat. It's just you get to know, and like Logan is in Canada. You get to feeling like you know these people, and that's fun. That is fun. What are you doing, Ipsy? They're over here trying to get the prime real estate. That's what we call it, wherever they're sitting. Ninjas, have a great day, everyone. Darlene, keep us up to date with the adorable little baby. Well, that's how I'm going to end this stream. is we're gonna go over here if I can get up from where these babies are. And if I can turn my camera around, let me see. Uh, and we'll end the stream. I don't even think his mama's in there. Where's cost a lot? Oh, see, they used this stool. That's no stool to get in and out. But that is the hog right there. I mean, we would call him corn fed. That's what I always say when somebody's big and stout, like football players or something. I always say that's corn fed girl or guy. But uh, this little guy, see if I can get y'all closer and see his face. No, no, you're not helping. He does have a beautiful little face, and it's no doubt that's no. And you better get out of here, Bandy. You know that that's not a good idea. It's her baby, and she will get very upset. Well, love you guys. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll be seeing y'all in chat. Thank y'all for joining me. I sure appreciate it. Love ya.